Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 10 of season 5 here in the career mode RTG. It's April today. In the previous 4 seasons, this has been the final episode because there's only been 1 game in the month of May, but there are 3 in May. Now we're in the Premier League, so even though it's the season where there are less league games to play, 38 rather than 46, we actually have more episodes. This doesn't really make too much sense, but with Manchester United and Manchester City today, they will both be simulated. We'll be playing Huddersfield, Fulham and West Ham, as they're the teams closer to us in the league that we're looking to get points off and probably stand a better chance of getting points from. We had a very good episode last time out. We actually find ourselves in 9th in the Premier League currently and sitting quite well actually for a top 10 finish. Probably a top 9 finish. Anthony Martial is the league's top goal scorer, now with 16. And San Maximin makes it 2-0 in the 22nd minute. And Lukaku makes it 3 in the 35th. Right then, it's a pretty strong Manchester United side with De Gea in goal this time around. Martial gets another from the penalty spot. And Lukaku gets... Well, we are getting well and truly battered at Old Trafford. Well, I put 5 past them, didn't I, in the game that we played against them earlier on when we played them. And that actually was the game that instigated, or the result that instigated, my decision to choose or select the opposition's starting lineup each game because they put out a really weak side. They put out a much stronger side that time around, and to be completely honest, it's worked in their favour because we, 5-0 again, 5-0 win in the first game and 5-0 defeat in the second game. Serve returned, Manchester United. Well done indeed. Right, Bailey will be the player we're training next. He's going to grow up 1 to 66, which is fantastic. Up next for us was a game in the Premier League against, my brain wants to tell me Fulham, although it might be someone else than Fulham. It was Huddersfield, then Fulham. Huddersfield starting 11. Pashalakis in goal. Hader, Garcia, Montes, Wanpei and Eric Durm as a back 5. Ananidze, Chaloba and Aaron Moy as a midfield 3. And then Larin and Delort up top, or Delors. Beatable team, Huddersfield, certainly. Although I am playing a few of my fringe players in this. Elliot Lee gets a start. Javier Morales gets a start. On the right-hand side, Isaac Morris has the opportunity to impress, and Dennis Adebola is also starting on the left-hand side of midfield. I've not necessarily underestimated Huddersfield, but I don't expect them to be as tough a test as a number of the other teams that we're likely to play between now and the end of the season. So I'm giving these fringe players the opportunity to perhaps get themselves a performance or two, and maybe stake a claim for a first-team spot, similar to the way that Ziegler claimed his, but certainly going to need better shooting than that, although it was Matt Penny, the left-back. Big switch from Wanpei to Florent Hader, looking down the line for Larin, but Penny's fighting hard to make sure he gets to it first. It's a bit lucky by Perella. Oh, they closed me down quickly there, didn't they? That made me panic a little bit, and I've given them possession back again. I have to make sure that if they do that again, I'm ready and prepared for it. Strike by Ananidze, save by Gunn. Again, the AI going for the near post, as they've done in previous episodes. Sometimes, most of the time, recently, successful shots at the near post. Thankfully this time, Gunn made the stop. Tom Davies into Elliot Lee. Said to Adebola. Here's Morales around the corner to Sabi, who spins well. Isaac Morris is there, can't find him. That'll drop nicely, and Adebola might get to that. No, Elliot Lee not able to turn it home as it dropped. Dennis Adebola will deliver the ball. He's got a 5-star weak foot, so can use either peg. He's by default left-footed though. Elliot Lee will look for... Oh, it's Morris. I thought it was Sabi. Oh, please tell me that took a deflection. It wasn't that bad. I don't know. Regardless, the first half's been pretty disappointing. It's 0-0 at the break. Inside to Aaron Moy. They do have men over on this side, and they found Larin, who could have shot there. He still could shoot here, but Gunn holds on. Should he have shot first time? I'm not sure. Certainly, I would have had a better opportunity of scoring if he'd struck the first effort rather than then passing it backwards. I've brought on Suarez Garcia and Ziegler on the right-hand side to try and freshen things up for us, give us the opportunity to get ahead in this game, but it's not going according to plan so far. This first game of the episode, first played game of the episode at least, and to be fair, the first game of the episode didn't go according to plan either. A 5-0 defeat away from home at Manchester United. Getrauda will get rid of that, but still it will come towards our goal through the Huddersfield right-hand side, and an Idze to Hader Unai, and the cross comes off Tom Davies and out for a throw even in the corner. And an Idze could shoot here into Aaron Moy, and an Idze again. Aaron Moy, he'll shoot. Oh, thought for a moment that had snuck in the near post. Side netting only, 14 minutes to go. Here's Suarez Garcia. Cross there to Elliot Lee. Use Suarez Garcia first, then look for Sabi. Garcia and Sabi, that communication. I don't even know what word I was looking for there. Elliot Lee, it gives us a 1-0 lead against Huddersfield Town. I don't know what word I was looking for, not communication, but the connection between the two is back. I don't know why communication was the word that came to mind. Good strike by Elliot Lee. We have ourselves a 1-0 lead finally, and clearly making the change to bring Suarez Garcia on has made a difference because he was heavily involved in that build-up, and it was the partnership with Sabi that led to the goal. Just needed that little bit extra class, which, despite being now lower rated than Javier Morales, Suarez Garcia does offer us a little bit more of a goal threat than our young Portuguese star. Ziegler on the right-hand side has certainly offered us plenty since he started playing first-team football more regularly. And Sabi, gets it to Suarez Garcia but can't shoot. Thought for a moment Suarez Garcia was going to be heavily involved in both goals. Hader Unai. Nice drag back. We conceded late on against Forest in yesterday's episode, so I want to avoid doing that today if we can and make sure we get all 3 points with a 1-0 win. That offside will certainly help, and we should now be able to waste the minutes and get ourselves all the way to the final whistle with 3 points. That would be delighted, or that would have me delighted and be delightful, if you don't mind. Apparently I can't talk much today, but regardless, we have ourselves a 1-0 victory and 3 points. That will do very nicely indeed. Up next for us are Fulham, who've just lost 1-0 at home against West Ham, who will be our final opponents of the day. Mvogo in goal for Fulham. Cyrus Christie at right back, Lindsay, Osorio, Jake Clark, Salter and Lato at left back. Jean-Michel Seri and Zambo and Gisa in the midfield, with Galeno, Favili and Brahim as the front three. Favili's got 3 in his last 3 apparently, so he's going to be a live wire up top we'll have to keep an eye on. Back at full strength today with Adebola dropped and Uno back into the starting lineup, as well as Ziegler on the right and Suarez Garcia through the middle. Oscar Hill also back into the midfield 2/3, whichever way you'd like to call it, in a 4-2-3-1. So we were okay against Huddersfield, but needed the touch of Suarez Garcia to get us the victory. Hopefully this one will be a bit more straightforward now that those guys are involved right from the off. Sabi to Suarez Garcia. And the defender's tucked in and Nuno's in behind. And the cross is decent. Sabi's there. You put it on a plate for him. He will finish it. Cambridge 1, Fulham 0. We're back to our early scoring ways. 8 minutes in, we're in front. Back across there to Christie. Building down the right-hand side here. Fulham, and building well down the right-hand side. Galeno to Cyrus Christie. Perella's been drawn out of position. It smacks him in the chest and goes out for a Fulham corner. The chance to equalise. Galeno with the delivery. And it comes. It's decent. And Getrauda gets up to win that well. Sabi has the pace to keep that in. And we'll try and catch them on the counter-attack if we can. It's not going to happen as Zaman Gisa picks the ball off. But then Getrauda wins it back. Gives it back to Zaman Gisa. Then Tom Davies wins it back again. Zaman Gisa wins it back again. Getting a little bit scrappy now on the half-hour mark. We'll stretch that there to Uno. And then look to stretch their back line with Sabi in behind. Good pace. Good strength. Good finish. Goal number 14 for Sabi in the Premier League season. Goal number 2 for Cambridge United this afternoon. Nice ball by Clark Salter. Nice header by Tom Davies tracking back. Oscar Hill to Suarez Garcia. Sabi's there, but we use Uno first. See the run of Matt Penny actually. Really nice run. Here's Uno. Breaking in behind. Uno across and Ziegler. He's tried to get out the way of the defender rather than have the shot. If he just shoots there with either foot, then surely that's 3-0 and certainly game over if it isn't already at just the 2. Ziegler, come on, mate. Where's your instincts? You've got like 93 finishing, but no goal scorer's instinct. Uno forced him a little bit wide with that. Oh, he's done brilliantly though, Uno. Into the middle. Sabi's there with the attempted diving header. Hill back to Tom Davies, back to Oscar Hill. Here's Ziegler. Oh, it's a nice turn. How about the finish this time? Oh, unlucky off the inside of the post. Unreal. Suarez Garcia to Uno. Take a touch, then let fly. Oh, struck very hard and low, but a good save with the feet from Mvogo. Uno with the delivery. Tom Davies underneath it. It's going to drop on the outside here to Getrelda. Gives it straight to Jean-Michel Seri, and that'll be half-time. Nice tackle by Davies. Forward there to Sabi. Give it quickly to Suarez Garcia. Uno's gone. We'll dink it to make sure it gets to him. Knock that down in front of you. Not the best of touches, but Uno will try and succeed in thumping it home. Is he stating a claim to stay at the club? I'm not sure, but he certainly has actually been quite good in the past couple of episodes. Uno, his second goal of the Premier League. He's picked up a couple of assists as well. It's almost as if he knows he's on his way out and he's trying to put himself in the shop window. I mean, if he goes up a rating, then certainly that will mean that we'll get more money for him. That would be great. But Ademola Lookman is coming in next season to take over as my first team left-sided midfielder. So Uno will be leaving us next season. But perhaps he's wanting to go out with a bang. He ended last season in the Championship with a really rich vein of form, scoring goals, grabbing assists, winning us games. That one isn't going to be the goal that makes the difference in this game, but it's certainly a goal that adds the icing on the cake. I'll give him his dues, Uno. When he doesn't perform, I'm very critical of him, but when players do perform, even though I have been very critical of them in the past, I will give him credit where it's due. He's done well there, Uno. And of course, he whipped in the cross for Sabi's header earlier on in the game as well. He's having a good 90 minutes here, Uno. We'll see if he can keep that up for the rest of the season and maybe help us achieve our highest possible league finish. Raheem driving down the line. Early cross. Perella's there. There's behind only for the corner. We're making a triple substitution right now. Now the game is safe and the points are assured. But they might get themselves a consolation goal here, although Angus Gunn has other plans. Favili back to Brahim. Perella gets to that. It wouldn't let me change to Gerzic until the ball had landed. Penny tries to get that away. Oscar Hill will at the second attempt. Tom Davies could set that forward there for Morelos, but he seems rather uninterested in actually taking a touch of the football. And Fulham come forward again. Perella with the slide tackle and the header. Oh, nice touch from Oscar Hill. That was a bit fancy. Not necessarily needed, but it looked good. 3-0 still the scoreline, but still Fulham come forward and they've gotten one back. How that found its way to Brahim, I'm not sure. The defenders shrug their shoulders and throw their arms up, but poor marking, and Brahim sneaks in. He's not very tall, but he's found his way into the back post and brought Fulham a goal back. Anguissa to Lindsay. Fulham could get themselves a second. I don't know what the goal difference situation is for either of us at this stage of the season. We're certainly a few points above other teams, so we're not worrying too much about goal difference at this stage. I don't know where. I think Fulham are below us. Goal difference might be important for them, although I'm pretty sure they're quite safe with regards to the relegation zone. But their goal difference will be going down -2. Ours will be going up +2, and also our points tally will be going up +3. So very happy indeed with that game against Fulham. Of course, we have Manchester City next, which will simulate and almost certainly lose. Where are Fulham? Arsenal are right behind us in 10th. Fulham are 14th, and they're 10 points clear of the drop. To be fair, all three look doomed, don't they? Huddersfield, Forest and Southampton all a long way from safety. Huddersfield 12 points from safety with only 18 points available. Forest 11 points with 18 available, and Southampton probably the only side that stand the slimmest of chances of actually staying up. Liverpool somehow still in 15th with only 8 wins from 32 games. Don't ask me how they've done that. We've won 14 but lost 12 this season, so a very average year with regards to the results, but considering it's our first year in the Premier League, it's actually a very impressive year for us, especially after the way the season started. Let's go now to that Manchester City game and brace ourselves for impending defeat before going and playing West Ham at the end of the episode. Right, City at home. We are 3 points above Arsenal and 3 points behind Wolves in the table. Xavi is second, or joint second, in the goal scoring charts, although Martial is 4 ahead of him. Could have been closer had we not let him score twice against us in the game against Manchester United. Once from the spot, once from open play. Gundogan gives City a 1-0 lead. Edison, Walker, Mangala, Laporte, Mendy, Douglas Luiz, Gundogan, Silva, Bernardo at number 20, rather than David Silva, who's 21. In fact, David Silva might have retired by now. Ziegler equalises. Raheem Sterling, Jesus, and Sané as their front three. Oh, Bernardo Silva gives them a goal. Oh, Suarez Garcia missed the penalty a minute later, but then scores 6 minutes after that. Might be a 2-2 draw. It is a 2-2 draw against Manchester City. That is not to be sniffed at. Very good result there. A point for us. We've moved a little bit further clear of it. Oh, we've played when nobody else has. Okay, well, we'll wait and see what the league table looks like after the end of the episode. But up next for us, it's going to be West Ham United. West Ham's starting lineup. Onana in goal, 85 rated. Yedlin, Yeray, Luyendama and Bustos at the back as a 4. Ward-Prowse, Almiron, Milivojevic and Felipe Anderson as a midfield 4. And then 2 up top, Augustin and Lacazette. That's a very strong side. They're all mid-80s, apart from Yedlin at right back, who's 81. It's a really, really good team for West Ham. They are only 14th in the league, though. So I don't know what's gone wrong for them this season, despite the strength of their squad. And they might find themselves going 1-0 down early doors here if Sabi can get to that, which he can. And forced wide, but the only option I had was to shoot. No early goal for us this time. Onana makes the save. Great head by Perella. Elliot Lee forward there to Suarez Garcia. Tom Davies is out suspended for this one, so not able to take part in my midfield. Elliot Lee gets the nod ahead of everybody else. Uno with a throw here. Penny around the corner to Oscar Hill. Elliot Lee does have good long shots, actually. Elliot Lee. Yes. Yes, he does have good long shots. Right then. Elliot Lee with the 7th minute goal. What are his long shots? 92. 92 long shots. Proven right there. 73 finishing, 92 long shots. Shot power isn't too high. That wasn't hit that hard. It was just expertly placed. I'll be honest, didn't expect that from Elliot Lee when I struck that. I was more just, I recall seeing a long shot stat, so let's see what they're like. Quite good. Quite good is what they're like. Onana, no chance. 1-0 Cambridge. Ward-Prowse out to DeAndre Yedlin. Oh, I thought he was going to race down the line there, and he turned inside and it completely caught me out. Wasn't to be fooled a second time, though. Penny does well. Now he's out of position. Oh, God, Almiron's quick, isn't he? Christ. Oh, Hill, there was no need for that. Don't really know why he's done that. Sabi over the top, looking for the runner Ziegler. Could try and look for Sabi again here. He'll be in the middle, waiting for it. Not that it'll find him. Oh, time very much. Give that straight to Sabi. Uno, let fly. Oh my God! Another one! What a hit from Uno this time. Where are these goals coming from? That's 2 25-plus yard goals in the same game, inside 20 minutes. Wow! 2 killer long shots in the same game. Absolute strike from Uno. Oh, he got fingertips to it as well, the keeper. I tell you what, I didn't expect either of those shots to go as well as they have. But we lead by 2-0 at the London Stadium inside 20 minutes, thanks to 2 thunderbolts. Now he's lost the ball. Augustin back to Felipe Anderson, over the top, looking for the striker again. Chest it down well. Catrada. Ah, it's got to be a penalty. Catrada was too quick for his own good there. I tried to turn around and then reach back for the ball, but I'd run too far. By which point I couldn't get back to a decent position. So he runs way too far, and as he reaches, he's not even close to the ball. I shouldn't have tried to tackle. That's my fault. Alexandre Lacazette steps up. Oh, Gunn gets fingertips to it, just as Onana did at the other end. But it goes in. West Ham back in the game. 25th minute, 2-1. What a game of football. Yedlin. Inside to Almiron, who goes back to Yeray. Ward-Prowse to Augustin. Out to Ward-Prowse again, down the line to DeAndre Yedlin again. Decent whip, keepers come. Can only punch there, Angus Gunn, Milivojevic to Augustin. And we've done enough with Oscar Hill, just having the physicality there to stop them from getting the chance on goal. Oh, they went for the offside trap there. I'm not sure if it worked or not. Indeed it did. It's very rare that you see the AI do that. Oscar Hill is not that good technically in anywhere other than the tackle. He's a real kind of enforcer in the midfield. He's got like 87 stand tackle and 84 slides, but only like 72 passing. He's got such high strength stats as well that he's kind of, despite being a low rating, still crucial to the way that my central midfield works. I'll show you his stats at half time here, and you can have a look for yourself to see the way he's set up. He's 76 rated, and he's quite quick. 75 acceleration, 78 sprint speed, but 87 strength and 86 stamina and 81 jumping for a player that's 6'2". Physically, he's very good, and 86 aggression as well. Technically, 88 ball control. Then the rest are quite awful, really. But then 84 slide tackle and 87 stand. He's a very specialised player, Oscar Hill, and he does a very specialised job, specifically very, very well. I don't know what to do in the summer with Oscar Hill, because there have been some calls in the comment section to perhaps replace him in the starting 11 because of his low rating. But it's another case of rating not being overly important and in-game performance dictating who starts. Similarly with Gertruida, albeit after giving away a penalty earlier on in the game. So I'm not sure what to do next year. Really not sure what to do next year. We know we're going to be moving on Uno, and I'm probably going to be moving on a couple of the youngsters that just aren't getting football at all. Regardless of what their potential is, it's just not worth clogging up the youth team or clogging up the first team with them. I am going to be moving... Oh, he's kicked that straight up for a goal kick. Well done, pal. Going to be gutting the squad next summer to really build and buy some proper quality for season 6 and hopefully challenge for Europe next year. Sabi trying to find a way into the back of the net, but Anana makes the save and Bustos will clear. In there too, Sabi. I'm not sure about that first touch, mate. Bloody hell. Diabolically poor. Why it was that bad. Augustin forward to Lacazette, to Augustin again. Yedlin, this is last chance saloon stuff for West Ham now, and they're going backwards. You need to go forwards, lads. They're still just going sideways and backwards. Well, that's game for us. They were loitering dangerously around the 40-yard mark with 3 or 4 minutes to go, and then just got progressively further and further back towards their own goal, gifting me the win. Cheers, lads. I'll take that. Thank you very much. Not sure what that does for the league table, but that will mean there are 3 games to go in the Premier League. Arsenal lose to Nottingham Forest, who are in the relegation zone. We are up to 8th, although a number of sides have got games in hand on us. So, Tom Davies is available for selection again. Thank you very much. Yeah, a number of teams have got games in hand on us, so I'm not sure whether we shall stay there for much longer. I'm going to remove Mancini from the training modules now that he's 75 rated, and Monnier isn't far away from being at that point either. Also going to have some more youngsters from the youth squad to add to those training presets sooner rather than later. Might redo them for the next season actually. But you can see here, Elliot Bailey 66 rated now, continuing to grow really well. Cooper 64, so he's getting there as well. Rob Gray, I don't know what to do with him, to be completely honest. He's not growing as fast as I'd hoped he would be. Taylor Mason even, similarly for him, growing as quickly as I'd hoped he would. 6 foot tall. Will Harrison 79 to 94, still not sure what his potential is going to narrow down to. Bruce Wood 90 to 94 potential at left back, and actually he's growing really well. He's up to 66 rated now. And then Lucas Henriksen 5'11", 87 to 93 for him. So we've got some good prospects in the youth setup, and it's time to start training those guys from now on. I think the other players that we've trained up to the 75 rated-ish mark are going to be able to grow of their own accord now. And to be fair, I'm probably going to think about selling a couple of them as well to fund bringing in much higher rated players for our Premier League season number 2. We are down to 9th again. However, we are 4 points still clear of Arsenal. So things looking good for, and to be fair, Newcastle and Cardiff have played extra games than us as well. So we look very, very good now indeed for a top half finish. In fact, Cardiff can't catch us, and Newcastle will have to win both of their remaining games, and we would have to lose all 3 of our remaining games for Newcastle to catch us. So 10th or upwards is almost certainly assured. I don't think we'll be finishing any higher than 8th, though, with Leicester there joint on us on 53, and then Brighton on 57. City, oh, well, the top 4 has a bit more of a familiar look to it now. Chelsea top, United 2nd, Spurs 3rd, Everton 4th and City 5th, but Arsenal up to 10th, Liverpool still in 14th, and Southampton might still stand a chance, as do Forest. They're on a bit of a resurgent run as well. 4 points the gap now when it was 11 points not too long ago. Outrageous run of form for Nottingham Forest. Are they peaking at just the right time? We shall find out in tomorrow's season finale. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Check the channel page for anything missed in this series or the Achieve and Leave. And I'll see you next time.